let's jump right into it. Today, we're unpacking a daily ritual that feels, well, incredibly simple, but actually involves a journey of thousands of miles. We are, of course, talking about the world's absolute favorite drink, coffee. Welcome to The Explainer. I want you to think about that warm mug you probably hold every single morning. What if your morning coffee had a secret life? What if I told you that before it ever reached your hands, it traveled completely across the globe? Every single sip you take actually contains this fascinating, complex story that blends science, nature, and deep human history all together. It is way, way more than just a quick morning pick-me-up. Okay, let's dive right into this with part one, the surprising coffee cherry. So there's actually a massive misconception about how our favorite morning drink begins. The myth is that it starts its life as this dry, roasted brown bean. But the reality? Coffee actually begins as a vibrant, bright red fruit known as a coffee cherry. Yep, it's a fruit. Hidden right inside that fleshy fruit are two little seeds, and those are the beans we know and love. And getting those tiny seeds out is a remarkably labor-intensive process. These vibrant cherries are carefully hand-picked by skilled farmers, predominantly on farms right near the equator. That specific climate just provides the absolute perfect microenvironment for them to thrive. Moving right along to part two, the magic of roasting. Now, once those cherries are meticulously harvested, the seeds definitely don't go straight to your cup. The transformation process is intense. First, they're thoroughly cleaned and then completely dried out. Only after these crucial preparation steps are the green seeds really ready for the main event, which is roasting at exceptionally high temperatures. Inside that roaster, it is pure science. Exposing those green seeds to intense heat triggers literally hundreds of chemical reactions, all happening simultaneously. This is exactly what creates that rich aroma, the deep brown color, and that unique, complex flavor profile. It completely transforms a simple green seed into the roasted staple you see in every coffee shop. Which brings us to part three, how caffeine actually works. So coffee's secret active ingredient is, of course, caffeine. But how exactly does it keep you awake? Well, your brain naturally produces a chemical called adenosine. Normally, this builds up over the day and tells your body, hey, it's time to sleep. Caffeine basically acts as a biological imposter. It sneaks in and completely blocks that sleep-inducing adenosine from doing its job. And because that sleepy chemical is blocked, you get the famous caffeine effect. You feel awake, significantly more focused, and highly energized. It's a direct biological override, and honestly, it's the exact reason millions of us rely on it to jumpstart our day. All right, finally, part four, a global daily ritual. 2 billion. To put that massive number into perspective, every single day, more than 2 billion cups of coffee are enjoyed around the world. That is a phenomenal scale of consumption, and it makes this a truly universal human habit. And this massive global ritual bridges an incredible gap. It directly connects the meticulous work done on small agricultural farms in origin countries, places like Brazil, Colombia, Ethiopia, and Vietnam, straight to bustling global cafes in major cities everywhere. It literally connects people and cultures across continents in a way that very few other drinks ever could. So, the next time you take a sip of your morning brew, keep this in mind. You're tasting the results of nature, science, skilled farmers, and centuries of tradition. It really is a wondrous, multidisciplinary story perfectly contained right inside your mug. It makes you pause and think, doesn't it? If a simple cup of coffee holds this much history, science, and global connection, what other daily habits are hiding a magical journey just waiting to be explored? Look closely at the everyday things around you, because there is always a fascinating story waiting to be uncovered. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll catch you next time.